tuning into the source. Your source for celebrity news. Hey yo, thanks for tuning into the source, your source for celebrity news. Check this out. As you know, prosecutors are out here trying to hit Little Baby with the RICO. So, in an effort to shore up their case, they brought a gang investigator named Marissa Viverito to court, and she shared wiretap evidence that allegedly proves that Little Baby was out here on these streets putting bounties on people's heads. Source, can we please hear a little bit of the audio that they played in court?
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's going on? Man, them folks, like, come on, bro, you know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't even like that, man. Them folks got tickets on a lot of these folks, I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unk, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unk.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders?
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head? What is that?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed. Or killed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Now, after they played that wiretap in an attempt to put Little Baby into a corner, Young Thug came out and he was like, yo, this is cap, because that's the same exact wiretap audio recording that they played during my trial. Listen, can somebody who has a very good understanding in the legal system let me know something? Is this audio recording / wiretap even admissible? Because to me, wouldn't this be hearsay? I mean, you got two people caught on wiretap talking about what a third person is supposedly out there doing. And then to me, what makes it even worse is that the gangland investigator, while she's presenting this information, goes on to say that these two people who are talking on the phone about Little Baby actually got their information from some fourth person who nobody knows. I mean, come on. That's the definition of hearsay. Listen, let me know down below. What do you think? Do you think that it's okay for prosecutors to use evidence that they gathered during Young Thug's jacked up trial against Little Baby? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Alright, so as you already know, Jay-Z, Beyonce, LeBron James, and Gloria Estefan are among several high-profile names that were mentioned in a new sexual assault lawsuit that was filed against P. Diddy. According to sources, a man named Manzaro Joseph claims that he was arred and humiliated by Diddy and his guests during a freak-off party in April of 2015, in which he alleges that he was forcefully brought to after P. Diddy accused him of being a snitch. According to Manzaro, Andrea English was also one of P. Diddy's sidekicks who helped him carry out the alleged assault. Alright, so a lot of y'all might get mad at me for this, but I don't have time for the BS, and it has already been proven that Jay-Z was not in Florida the night of the assault. Therefore, this person's account that Jay-Z helped to assault him cannot be true. Listen, if in the future any information to the contrary comes forward, I will be more than happy to share it with you. But for right now, I am not interested in participating in the fake Diddy Jay-Z lawsuit parade. And I know somebody's gonna come in the comment section like, Source, you don't know it's fake. Listen, let me tell you something. If you file a lawsuit against me because you say that I was driving my car and my car hit your car on December 25th at 4 o'clock in 2025, and we find out that on December 25th at 4 o'clock in 2025, I was in Cuba and so was my car, then guess what? It didn't happen. And I know somebody's gonna come in the comment section like, Source, you don't know, you wasn't there. Well, guess what? Neither was Jay-Z. Now, check this out. A DJ out there claims that if you put some music behind some of the crazy stuff that Orlando Brown says when he's online, you would have a hit song. I mean, an Usher level hit song. So, let's see if the DJ is right.
Just put out, I wanna make love to you. Whoa, whoa, baby, there ain't really much to say. I wanna make love to you. Think about you every single day. I wanna make love to your body, baby. Won't you do me naughty? Cause I like it when you do me that way. And when you come and say, ooh, got my head all screwed up. Look at the expression on my face. It's like, God damn, right? Then
Listen, there's no doubt that the dude is talented. I mean, they're all talented. He's talented, Jaguar Writer's talented, and what I wish is that they would stop playing around on social media and go into the studio and drop some albums. I mean, it's 2025. It's not like it used to be when you had to get past the A&R and all of these gatekeepers and somebody had to put you on and then they had to push your album in order for you to succeed. I mean, now you can make your own album, put it out on social media, and you can blow that mess up yourself. And speaking about people that we're waiting for albums from, the other day Cardi B jumped online and she said that her ex-husband Offset really does have some stalker tendencies. Cardi said that when Offset thought that she was dating somebody else, Offset took the liberty of sending that someone else an X-rated video of her and Offset having intimate relations.
He was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me and him having sex. That's the type of shit I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leaves me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit voice notes on my...
I don't even know what to say about that, because that right there is totally abnormal. I mean, that's not normal. That's psycho stuff. Because if my ex-boyfriend sends an explicit videotape of me and him to my new boyfriend, I would be down at the precinct getting a restraining order. Because if this is true, then that means that Offset is on some I don't want you, but I don't want anybody else to have you. And that right there is dangerous. Look, I'm not a fan of families putting all of their information out on social media, but in this case, I'm glad Cardi said something, because if something happens to her, there's a record. And also, who's this new girlfriend that's helping him harass Cardi? Because what she needs to know is that if your man is out there having you help him harass his ex, he don't really want you. And when he gets done with you, he's gonna have his next chick over there helping him harass you. Alright, so remember a couple of weeks ago when 50 Cent basically told Little Meech that he doesn't have a job anymore on BMF? Why? Because his father was out there posing with Rick Ross, and he also didn't like the way Little Meech handled the situation. And then, all of a sudden, Little Meech was everywhere doing photo ops with the ops. Until 50 was like, okay, that's enough, let me put it out there. I had to send this little ninja to rehab. According to 50, when he took Little Meech under his wing, he tried to do everything in his power to keep Little Meech on the straight and narrow, and he also tried to keep him clean. But 50 says that as soon as Big Meech got out of jail, he was encouraging his son to be about that street life. 50 Cent says that at one point it got so bad that Little Meech was showing up to the set zonked out of his mind, and he had to turn around and put Little Meech in rehab. Well, now, 50 Cent has just dropped some photos which show that Little Meech might be on that stuff again, because the photos show Little Meech being wheeled into a hospital, and this dude doesn't even look like he knows what planet he's on. Now, under the photos, 50 wrote, "Damn, this is bad. You believe me now? Oh, now you believe me? Okay." After that, 50 Cent also had a few choice words for Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross. 50 wrote, "Help. Help him out. You guys knew what you were doing. You used him, and now you're not going to be there for him?" Shaking my head. Alright, so this is what I would have to say to 50. 50, now is not the time to gloat, because this young brother looks like he really needs some help. And my question is, where is Big Meech right now? Because even though you were locked up for like 20-something years, you're out now. Go help your son. If Big Meech was standing in front of me right now, this is what I would tell him. Your son is now at risk of losing his life because he's addicted to the same toxic chemicals that you promoted, glorified, and put out on the streets for years. And because you put being a kingpin ahead of everything else, including being the head of your household, you were locked up during the formative years when he really needed a father most. So, instead of being out here trying to pose with Rick Ross and chasing after Floyd Mayweather just to get a bag, cuff all of that and take some time to be the father that your son has always needed and definitely needs now. And since we brought up the concept of fatherhood, let me share this. As you know, basketball phenom Anthony Edwards had a baby with a side chick. And basically, he wanted the sex, but not the lady. He wanted the sex, but not the baby. Anyhow, he got the baby. And because he got the baby, he also got hit with child support. The courts told Anthony that he was obligated to pay this woman $5,000 a month for their baby. Now, Anthony was like, listen, I'm not finna be linked to this chick for the next 18 years. I just wanted a one night stand. I didn't want all of this. So he decided that instead of paying $5,000 a month, he was just gonna hit this chick off with one lump sum to cover all of the kids' expenses for the next 18 years. Anthony Edwards wrote a check for $1,080,000 and then told the chick, don't ask me for nothing for the next 18 years. This ninja right here thinks he's slick. He knows that those Trump tariffs are getting ready to go in effect and all of the price of goods are getting ready to go up. So he's trying to beat the tariffs. Anyhow, a whole lot of people in the comment section were not feeling Anthony Edwards. For example, one person said, money doesn't remove the pain of an absent parent. And then somebody else was like, that doesn't include schooling and college. The cost of living goes up yearly. Hope he never needs a kidney and that child is the only match. And then, last but not least, somebody else came through and was like, he'll be in this situation again. He doesn't believe in prophylactics. And this is the risk you take laying down with people. Oh wow. This is the first I'm hearing about this. I did not know that he didn't like wearing prophylactics. Oh my goodness. Do you guys not understand that the big house in Virginia still exists? And from what I'm hearing, Washington, D.C. is on fire and Atlanta's on fire. I mean, fire. I mean, for real. Did you guys know that the HIV diagnosis rate for black females in relation to white females in Fulton County alone is 16-1? And in Washington, D.C., the chocolate city, out of all of the cases of women with HIV, 92.4% are black women. I mean, come on, what are we doing in these cities? And I know, a whole lot of people are going to come in the comment section like, nah, Sauce, I don't be using none of that because, you know, it feels different. Listen, you know what really feels different? Fire in your pants. And I shouldn't have to say this in 2025, but I have to say this in 2025. Ladies, protection doesn't only fall on a dude. It's not simply his responsibility. So, if you're dealing with some dude who you're not in a relationship with and he wants to go swimming in the swimming pool without the swimsuit on, you tell him that the pool's closed unless the lifeguard is on duty. But I digress because I'm totally off track here. Back to Anthony Edwards. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about him treating the child support like it's the lottery and giving her the lump sum? Listen, I don't have a problem with the lump sum. What I do have a problem with is him saying don't bother me for the next 18 years. Because, like I always say, child support checks do not raise kids. So, she has the right to call you because you're that child's father and ask you for whatever she wants. And that could be that little Timmy wants to join a basketball team and he wants to learn how to dribble. So, as his father, you need to get your little black behind out there and teach your kid how to dribble. And two, inflation. The cost of raising a kid today is not going to be the cost of raising that kid 10 years from now. So I hope the courts took that into account because y'all know darn well that when we used to walk into the store, we used to walk in and look at some sneakers and we'd be like, oh snap, $59.99. How am I going to afford that? Now, those same sneakers are $159.99. In 10 years from now, those same sneakers are going to be sitting in Foot Locker for like $299. Now, since we brought up the topic of lotteries, let me share this. The other day, a woman went and bought herself a lottery ticket. And guess what? She won $2.5 million. But here's the thing. Before she knew that she won, she put the winning ticket into the pocket of a jacket for safekeeping. But then, because she's such a good Samaritan, she accidentally donated the jacket to charity. Alright, so this is what happened. 76-year-old Mildred Simon LaRudo bought a Cash 5 lottery ticket at a grocery store in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, and then accidentally donated the jacket that she put the winning ticket in before she knew that she won to the Vietnam Veterans Association of America. And ever since then, she's been running around to every donation center trying to find that jacket and that winning ticket. Mildred also went down to the Lottery Association and explained what happened, and they were like, whoop. Hate to tell you this, but unless you furnish the actual ticket, we can't do anything for you. And by the way, we hate to tell you this, but that ticket expires on May 8th. So if you don't get it to us by the 8th, you gets no money. Alright, so here's the thing. Because the Veterans Association services so many different populations and they do such good work, that jacket could be anywhere, along with that lottery ticket. So, if you're an organization who receives clothing from the Veterans Association, or you're an individual who has got some clothes from the Veterans Association, please check the jacket pocket and see if you can find Mildred's winning lottery ticket. And if you do find Mildred's winning lottery ticket from Pennsylvania with the winning numbers of 14, 22, 33, 35, and 38 on it, please return it for Mildred. And I know somebody out there right now is like, listen, Sauce, if I find that ticket, Mildred ain't getting ish. Come come on now. Hit Mildred off with some money. Listen, let me know down below. If you were to find Mildred's winning lottery ticket, would it be finders keepers, losers weepers? Would you go half and half? Or would you be kind and give Mildred all of the money? Let me know down below. And last but not least, the other day Claudia Jordan and a couple of her homegirls jumped on social media, and one of her homegirls in particular seemed to be having some relationship problems. So she was asking Claudia and them for advice. Now, here's the thing. Claudia's homegirl is dating a woman, but she's never done anything physical with that woman. So Claudia Jordan said, you can't be a lesbian unless you lick something.
I don't want to do that.
Picking and poking.
Ma'am, you can't be a lesbian without licking something.
Yeah.
You gotta lick it. You gotta lick it or something.
I gotta lick a nipple.
Oh God. Okay, they're eating at the table formally. Y'all, I gotta go. Yeah, you gotta lick a titty, girl. Okay, love y'all.
Hey guys, I had to call this emergency live because one of my friends is going through a crisis and I need some advice for her because I'm not equipped to handle this one.
It's not that it's revenge. I feel like certain times, like right now, I feel like I need emotional support.
So
Okay, here's the deal though. Are you ready to comb your girlfriend's hair?
Well, what kind of hair is she gonna have? That's what we were just.
What's your type? What's your type? Like, look. What was it in Love Jones when they did the hair braiding scene?
I can braid hair. I can do that. I can braid hair.
But your girlfriends, like it's not like I've done Claudia's hair many times. You know, I've flat ironed her hair as her friend.
Well,
Are you as her friend?
I have not sat between her legs and she did
Right.
Not like that.
Right, we haven't done Love Jones, but are you ready to flat iron your girlfriend's hair? Like that's when it really gets real. And it's a beautiful scene. It's a beautiful moment. I'm saying, are you ready for that?
Will you grease the scalp, Chancey?
Why?
Can you grease the part?
Yeah, but I pay for you to get your hair done before I have to sit there and do that.
Okay.
Yo, I'm so confused right now, and I'm just scratching my head because I'm trying to figure out, are they on the same page with this conversation? Because what is she talking about when she says that she would want to pay somebody to comb her girlfriend's hair? Wow, I'm just done. Anyhow, let me know in the comment section below. Is Claudia Jordan right when she says that you have to lick something in order to claim that label? And also, I need y'all to answer something for me. What in the world is going on with this influx of 40, 50, and 60-year-old black women jumping online just now trying to figure out their preferences? I mean, come on, by now, you don't know what you like? Listen, if you come to me and you say, Sauce, what do you like? Do you like hot dogs or donuts? I'm gonna be like, listen, I like hot dogs. I'm not just out here trying to figure that out just now. I know that I like hot dogs. So I'm like, yo, what is happening right now? Look, we all know that there's a real LGBTQ movement, but this right here is giving me fake LGBTQ. And what I mean by that is this. I'm noticing that there's an influx of a whole bunch of women who have been hurt by men who they're deeply attracted to. However, because they've been hurt 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20 times, they're trying to go against their own grain and switch teams. To which I say that if you're a woman who is naturally attracted to men, don't try to go out and date a woman. If you've been hurt by 10, 20, 21 men, just go out and find the 22nd man, because all men are not the same, and you just might not have came across the man that was made for you. Yo, let me know down below. Is Claudia Jordan's friend over there giving fake LGBTQ? And also, have you noticed a rise in fake LGBTQ? Let me know, really, let me know. Teach me something today. Listen, let me know what you think about everything that we discussed in today's video, and while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to The Source, your source for celebrity news. Peace.